No wheels, no problem. There isn't much in this great world to carry that compares to a good old-fashioned duffel bag. Whether you're getting away for the weekend or you need to haul a bunch of gear, there's a duffel option out there that's gonna help solve your problems. So today we've pinpointed 12 great duffel bag options that we would happily and enthusiastically recommend to you. Let's take a look. With a rich history and plenty of celebrity cosigns, the duffel bag is a certified carry icon. Go ahead, think of your favorite actor leaving the airport. What are they carrying? It's probably a duffel bag, right? It's a duffel bag. It's gotta be a duffel bag. Probably one that looks like this. Now, duffels have been around for a long time, so there's a lot of options out there. There's packable duffels, waterproof duffels, full grain leather, patina over time, heirloom duffels. There's utilitarian military style duffels. There's a lot of options out there. Let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in. Now this right here, this is a duffel for the big screen. If Indiana Jones had a little bit more to carry than would fit in his gas mask bag from World War II that he loved so much, he'd be looking at the Pan Am duffel from WP Standard. I don't have a crystal ball, but I can almost guarantee you this bag is never gonna go out of style. It's also gonna get better looking with age. This Pan Am duffel does not have a huge laundry list of special features, but it does have amazing quality materials. 100% full grain leather is gonna patina over time, become beautiful. It's gonna become a personal museum piece for you. The hardware is all solid brass and the stitching is just gorgeous. On the top, we got 2 grab handles here, help you open the bag, help you carry it. There's also a removable shoulder strap. It's not necessarily padded, but they did put in this extra piece here to add a little bit of comfort. If you're carrying a ton of weight for a long time, it might not be the best thing in the world, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice a little comfort for this amount of style. The zippers each have full grain leather pulls on them. It's a nice chunky zipper here, and since there's 2, we can go both ways, opening it up from either side. On the back side of the bag here, in between the handle, we have a nice little slip pocket where you can keep something like a wallet or maybe a little bit of cash if you need quick access to it. On the exterior of the Pan Am, we got a nice luggage tag that comes with it, all full grain leather, stitched very beautifully. As you can see here, the handle straps are sewn together on the bottom. That's gonna add some structure and not pull on the stitching and maybe lead to tearing over time. So a little bit of added quality here. One feature I wouldn't be too mad about seeing added to this bag would be grab handles on either side. It'd help you get it out of that overhead bin on the plane, but I could see in it busying up the design a little bit, so I understand why they're not there. This Pan Am is just gorgeous, but let's go ahead and take a look inside. So got a couple packing cubes in here, toiletries, sunglasses, because hopefully I'm taking this bag somewhere tropical and sunny, and then a little pouch with some athletic greens, hydration salts, and emergency packets, just for health stuff. On the inside here is the other slip pocket. Keep a field notes wallet in here with a Fisher Space pin. Other than that, it's just a simple duffel bag. There's no crazy features in here. It's just a beautiful design made with quality materials that's gonna last you a lifetime and get better looking. There's an old Hunter Thompson quote that goes something like, if there's something worth doing, it's worth doing right. And I feel like WP Standard may have had that in mind when they made this. Now you're probably thinking, all this leather, all this brass, this beautiful design, this is gonna cost me a fortune. About $450 is gonna set you back. It's a little steep, but considering the quality of this bag and the style points you get, I say it's worth it. So if you're trying to boost your style on your next trip, go ahead and take a look at the Pan Am duffel from WP Standard. Since I first stumbled upon a Savotta marketing video on YouTube, I've been entranced by this brand. Now, I don't want to muck up the history books here, but from what I understand, Savotta has been around since 1955, making backpacks, pouches, gear for the military and for the outdoorsmen. They're based in Finland. A few years ago, Savotta introduced the Keikka. This is their duffel bag. They wanted to branch out from backpacks a little bit and try something new. And even in the beginning of this year, actually, they've introduced some hip packs. So they're getting into some new spaces, which is exciting because this is a unmistakably rugged bag that is a great example of Savotta's history and just their general ethos as a brand. The capacity of this bag here is 30 liters, but they also have a 50 and even an 80 liter version of the bag. I might overuse the word rugged in the next few minutes, but sorry about it in advance. That's just what this Keikka is. It's super tough. The handles and the shoulder strap are a really thick polyester weave. All of the hardware is solid metal. The zips on the bag are from Croco. They seem every bit as tough as YKK. It's a Belgian company, I learned. One sort of downside to the utilitarian nature of this bag is the shoulder strap. It's beefy polyester, but there's no real padding on it. So if you're carrying it for a long time, it might get a little uncomfortable. Also, this super burly metal hardware can dig into the shoulder a little bit depending on where you have it. In addition to the D-ring for the shoulder strap, there's 4 more D-rings on the corners of this bag. I'll show you what those are about later. There's also 2 grab handles on either side that'll help you yank it out of the car or pull it out of that overhead bin while you're flying. On the back of the exterior, there is a Velcro sealed pocket here. This will fit, I believe, A5 size documents or other just small items that you need quick access to. Jumping back to the front here, we have this nice little Savotta branding, it says since 1955. There's also this loop field on the front where you could put patches or any sort of identifiers that have hook on the back. Behind the loop field here is the first pocket we're gonna check out. A 3/4 zip means you can open this pocket all the way out and lay it flat. To get a feel for the full Savotta ecosystem, they were kind enough to send a couple of the pouches they have for the bags. These are not included when you buy them, but definitely worth the investment. I love these mesh pouches because you can sort of see what's inside, but I think it's gonna have more longevity than one of the pouches that has the clear plastic front panel. They zip down through the middle, and I have 2 of those pouches right here. Now, I love that this pocket can lay down for the same reason that I love just the general design of this bag. It's very workable. You can work out of it without having to move it around or pull it open. I'll show you more as I get through it. The customization of this Savotta system here that they have has made it a wonderful bag for my medium format portrait camera. This is what I'll bring to a shoot if I'm just doing portraits. I'm not doing video, I'm not doing work. I'm interacting with someone and trying to get some good portraits, which is why I love photography. So these pouches up here, I'm gonna keep some extra film in. And this is more film, but this is the film, this is my go-to. This is all portrait. It's 400 and 800, which is what I use the most, so I know I can just grab it and get what I'm looking for. Now you can see the strips of loop here that these pouches attach to. They also have 2 more mesh slip pockets. In here I have a light meter and more film. This is kind of like what I would carry in my pocket if I were leaving the space or leaving the bag behind. I have a couple different options in here. And then my favorite knife of all time, the Milwaukee Fastback. I love the ability to switch the blade out and not have to sharpen it because I'm not good at that. And it's cheap. I lose things a lot, so this is perfect for me. Mesh slip pockets, as I mentioned. There's another D-ring in here to connect something to if you need to. This is a plastic one, not like the metal ones on the outside, but still ultra durable. So that's the front pocket, nice, easy access. And I really can't stress enough how functional having a lay flat front of the pocket is. This next feature is the reason I thought to ever use this as a camera bag in the first place. This is a U-shaped opening. This flap goes all the way over, making all the contents in the bag easy to access and see at the same time. I'm gonna flip this around and show you more pouches from the Savotta system. Again, these are additional. They do not come with the bag, but they're super functional. In this, I have a bandana, a camera strap in case I wanna carry this giant camera around my neck, the little first aid kit. These are wonderful to have, if mainly just to have Advil around at all times. I got some zip ties just in case I need to attach something to something else. So I'll go ahead and tear that patch off so you can see more strips of loop here. It just makes the bag really modular. You can make it your own, which I love. They sent these itty bitty cutie pie pouches. In this little one, I have just batteries and Stora cells, more batteries, AA's, and this is a specific battery for the camera. In this second kind of small pouch, I have sort of specialized film. There's a red tinted film and some black and white. Another great thing about most of these pouches, and I know I'm kind of fanboying over Savotta, but I really do think they thought of a lot of solutions, are they always come with just a little Velcro delete patch. So if you don't want to stick it to the field and have to pull it off every time, but you don't want it randomly sticking to other things, you can put this little panel on the back that's gonna make it just a regular pouch. Two more of the modular options that I did not use are these kind of cards that have elastic on them. I didn't have anything that would fit in there right, but depending on what you're packing in these bags, they could be very useful, and they would fit kind of right here on these strips of loop. So inside the camera kit, I keep the camera. Ta-da! This is a Mamiya RZ67 Pro 2. It's big, it's cumbersome. I wish I'd gotten a smaller camera, but I love the images that come out of this thing. And then in this Hyperlight camera pod, I keep an extra finder. This is for looking through to see the picture. Ultra useful so you don't have to stare down into the camera all the time. I have a second lens. And then just in case, I have a extra 35mm point and shoot. Again, we got another duffel bag, so there's not a ton of stuff going on. This is just an open space for you to store your things. There's a mesh pocket on this side and this side. The inside is lined with what feels like a coated nylon. This feels totally waterproof, but it's not tacky or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about it. One more thing to note here, it's kind of hard to see, is you can see the stitching where the carry handles go all the way around the bag. So as some of the others, it's gonna add a little bit of structure, a little bit of stability, and just that longevity in its construction. Now the last little gift Savotta gave here was their backpack harness. This, again, is an added feature, but it's kind of nice that these are added features because you don't have to get them and pay for them if you don't want them, so you can make that decision on your own rather than paying more for a bag that has straps included. Gonna close this up and pop off the shoulder strap just to show you how the backpack straps work. These are pretty lightly padded shoulder straps, which is a con when it comes to comfort, but a pro when it comes to storability. They're not gonna take up a ton of space. And I really love the fact that they are totally separate. Some of the duffel bags that are convertible have the straps attached that you can't remove, and you have to stuff them down into a specific pocket. They get a little chunky. I think the totally removable strap is an alternate solution that I now prefer a little bit more. So the D-ring on either side, this is not the most elegant attachment, but it is burly. Kind of slide that through, it attaches on the D-ring, metal on metal, it's tough stuff. So now the strap is on, we can put the other one on, wear it like a backpack. It's gonna give you a little bit more maneuverability in your arms and hands if you need it. So I made a bit of a mess here with all my camera stuff, but I can't say enough good things about the quality of the Keikka and the modularity. I think Savotta leaving the decisions up to you as the person carrying is the way to go. My one sort of sticking point with the Keikka is just around structure. When it's fully loaded out and based on the way that I like to use it, which is opening it up, flapping this panel down and having access to everything, sometimes the walls kind of fall down. I've found a solution for that. Adding just some cardstock in the mesh pockets on these sides makes it hold up a lot better. But that's just a basic thing. It's not a huge deal. And again, it's only based on how I use it. Other than that, all I have to say are positive things about this bag. It's super rugged, and I love how Savotta has allowed you to make the decisions about what products you want. If you don't need a backpack strap, you don't have to pay for it. If you don't like or want these mesh pouches, you don't have to pay for them. They're not ingrained in the bag and ingrained in the price. You get to make that decision, and I think that's a great way to go about designing bags. So I would recommend everyone watching to keep an eye on what's going over there with Savotta in Finland. Based on where you are in the world, the prices may shift a little bit depending on shipping and conversion. There are 3 sizes, 30, 50, and an 80, and prices will go from about $160 US all the way up to about $270, I think is the general range. But take a look at some of the options, and I don't think you will be disappointed with this bag. All right, here it is, the cream of the crop, the top of the pops, the ideal duffel bag, the MS Explorer from Mismo, the Danish delight. This MS Explorer probably belongs in the trunk of a Mercedes, maybe on a private jet. but feels most at home in the trunk of a vintage but perfectly restored Land Rover just cruising through the countryside. The MS Explorer is a 54-liter duffel, so it's pretty large. This is a cotton canvas version, but if you want a more modern take on the bag rather than this beautiful heritage style, it also comes in a nylon. The bag has beautiful finished leather accents along with solid brass hardware. The buttons are solid brass. The carry handles are both this finished leather. The shoulder strap is the same leather. It's not adjustable, but it is removable. It does have this extra little piece on here for a little bit of padding. And the buckles are that same solid brass. On this side, just that nice finished leather strap for a grab handle. We also have one on the other side. There's a strap here similar to a belt that you can tighten or loosen the bag. It's shaped similar to the Filson dry duffel where it comes together up top and you can fold it down, which makes it versatile because if you have more stuff, you can fit this and just stick this in here or hide it if you need to. But if you want to keep things slim, you can also use it for that by tightening it down. On the front here, we got a little slip pocket. Got my Field Notes wallet. Shout out to Tanya, this year's Carryology Classified Secret Santa. This was a great gift. I use it a lot. And then when we flip around to the back here, we got another, so nice. Another slip pocket. I just got my phone in there for now. They say these zippers are YKK Excella zippers, which are the Rolls Royce of zippers. Their words, not mine. Let's see. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Might be. We'll open this up here. Got my Tom Bin tray. Got a rain jacket. Some socks and underwear. Toiletries. Clothes over here. Raffmia bag with Leica and a bit of tech. And then on the inside, each side has its own little pocket. On the front side, there's a zippered long pocket. Got a wallet, AirPods. On this back side, there's a slip pocket. Would work for a wallet or a phone or something small. I just have a book in here. And on each end, there is a small pocket with a button closure. A nice wide pocket. I have EVERGOODS Cap 1. And then the same style pocket with the button closure. On this side, it's my pouch with hydration salt. Now I understand putting some beautiful button closures on the outside of the bag, so when people look at it, they see it. But they went ahead and added in those same branded buttons with their logo on them, solid brass on the inside. Not only do the carry handles go all the way around, but they've also added in strips of leather here to add some structure to the bag so it doesn't fold in or buckle when you're carrying it. And they had these little brass rivets, I believe they are, that are gonna give you a little bit of clearance. If you set this bag on the ground, maybe there's a little bit of water, this should help you clear that and keep everything inside nice and dry. It's just a great addition, and if you're carrying this, you know, on your shoulder or towards your back and someone sees the bottom of it, I know the materials on the top are really, really nice, but I feel like this gives it away more than anything of how well thought out and how high quality of a bag it is. Now this beauty doesn't come cheap. If you got it like that and you got $1,000 and you like the bag, grab the bag. But for a lot of us, this is gonna be an investment piece, but it'll serve you and yours for generations to come. And it smells really good. Montana folks are always putting out great bags, aren't they? Jack, Kevin, and the EVERGOODS crew brought us the TD35 last year, and it's been a hit ever since. With a Dr. Bag style opening and some great organization inside, there aren't too many situations where the TD35 would not excel. Let's take a look. TD35 stands for Transit Duffel 35 liters. This bag's 35 liters. It's got a lifetime warranty. It's made for traveling, but it also could be super useful as a camera bag or just a general gear bag, not necessarily just for clothes and toiletries. This bag is made of an 840D ballistic nylon with a water repellent finish. EVERGOODS tried something pretty unique here, and I think it works out well. The strap clips in with these buckles to the wings of the bag here, and that provides a couple benefits. One of which is the opening becomes a little better and easier to get to. The shoulder strap itself is double wrapped, but not incredibly padded. There are strapper keepers here on the strap, which is great because there's a good bit of extra webbing that you want to keep from flailing about as you're on the move. The handles have a similar amount of padding and comfort. It's just constructed slightly different. You can use it as a shoulder bag, but then you can also Pop these off. And then there's buckles where these wings come down and attach right in. And then it's just a basic duffel carry. First, we'll go over pocketing on the outside. This is the back. This is probably what would be up against your body as you carry. This is a wide pocket. Fits a 16-inch MacBook. There is what feels like a little bit of EVA foam here in between the fabrics, so it's lightly padded. Opposite the laptop side, this is the front of the bag. You got your EVERGOODS square loop field here where you can put a patch if you want to. And then this main pocket is the same size, but it's more EDC tech oriented. Inside, I got my big dumb power extension. The reason I love this is because I got these rotating flat extension outlet, whatever. It's not fancy, but it works, and it works behind a wall or in between furniture really well. And you can move it as you need to. In here, I also got a bandana. I got some batteries, Field Notes wallet here. You could also keep a passport, similar size. Here you'll see there's also a key ring attached. I don't have anything on there right now, but great to have. It's got the standard EVERGOODS gray interior here so you can see your items pretty well. We love that. That's the outside. Let's go ahead and dig into the inside. We'll pop these buckles. That allows these wings to kind of expand. Pop it open. And here you'll see that Dr. Bag style opening. A hidden but common feature in a lot of EVERGOODS bags, they did put an aluminum stay on each side of the opening just to maintain that rigidity and allow it to stay open and give you easy access. To make this a little more visible, I'm gonna flip this forward. You can see the opening here. Inside, I got my Rafmia shoulder bag. I keep my Leica Q in here. Got some batteries in here, an extra phone charger. Got a big old Hyperlight Dyneema packing cube. Got my clothes in there. Got a toiletry kind of health kit in here and then a cap 2 with some toiletries and some general kind of health items, hydration salts, athletic greens. And then a little bit more tech in a cap 1. There's collapsible pockets on either end. These are gonna fit the cap 1 and cap 2 perfectly. So if you're already in that EVERGOODS system, it'll be a breeze getting those in there. They're also useful for water bottles just to keep them holding up straight. The last pocket here is a wider pocket. I just have a wallet in here, but you could put passport or just different kind of thin items. There's not a ton of dimension in here. Same with the outside pocketing. The lining on the inside is a 420D high tenacity nylon. The TD35 is designed to fit all US overhead bins. The bottom is nice and padded. There's a lot of room in here at 35 liters. At about $200, this is a really versatile option. I wouldn't go around calling it packable, but the way it's designed, it does flatten out, so it's not gonna take up a ton of space in a closet or in your storage area. The fact that it stays open if you need it to makes getting in and out and seeing your contents really easy, so it could be used as a camera bag, or you can just use it as a regular duffel. Throw some packing cubes in there, your toiletries, and get out of town and go have an adventure. Whatever your intended purpose, the TD35 is gonna serve you well, and it's gonna last you a long time. EVERGOODS doesn't play around with quality. This is top tier stuff. You can count on it. When Bellroy swings, they don't miss. This is a flawless take on a classic design, the Venture Duffel. It's a great entry into the duffel category. 100% recycled and leather-free, this is a great option for an eco-minded modern traveler with a tech-forward minimalist aesthetic. The grab handles are seatbelt material doubled over with a little bit of padding in there, it feels like. So these are gonna be pretty comfortable for a good amount of time. The zips are AquaGuard, and they gave us these nice little braided pulls on here so you can really get a good pull. Before we get to the inside, we have a padded, removable and adjustable shoulder strap. This is gonna keep you comfortable when you're going to and from the airport, moving around and just carrying this bag for a long time. Flipping around to the back, we do have a nice quick access pocket here. This is great because it's on the body side of the bag, so it's gonna be resting up against you. People aren't gonna be able to get in there and get to it as they would if the pocket was on the outside. It's just a little bit of added security. The zip here is AquaGuard as well. You could keep a passport in here or your wallet, cash, anything like that. I just got a Field Notes. And then there is a key ring for your car keys as needed. One other quick note, there are small grab handles on here. I like this because I'm not gonna be carrying the bag around like this, but it is nice to be able to yank it out of a car or out of the overhead bin. So it doesn't busy up the design, but the functionality is still there. Let's dig into the bag here. I got toiletries. I got athletic greens, emergency and hydration salts. I got sunglasses, because hopefully I'm going somewhere nice and sunny. I got a shoulder bag in medium that I use as a camera cube and just a nice sling to have when I get to my destination. Keep a Leica Q in there, some batteries and an extra phone charger. And then clothes. After that, you'll notice that this bag comes with a dirty laundry bag in the bottom. It attaches by little clips. I have it attached now, but I haven't found the need to really keep it attached. I just lay it flat down in there, and when I have some dirty clothes to toss in, it's ready to go. It's a pretty significantly sized bag in the bottom here. You could use this as a shoe bag or just last minute packing cube. I usually carry this Sea to Summit bag for my dirty clothes, but having this already in the bag is a great advantage, especially if you forget to pack that one and then you get to your destination and this just happens to be in the bottom. It's a nice treat. Inside there's a little bit of pocketing. There is this long zipper that goes all the way across. The pockets are separated into two. Got a bandana here and a camera cleaning cloth. And then on this side, I just have my wallet. On the other side is the full-size pocket, not separated. You can fit a cap 1 in here. As you can see on the side here, these main zippers go way far down, which is really nice because you can open the bag up and get access to everything at once. There is a hidden AirTag pocket in this bag, but Bellroy has done such a good job at hiding that pocket, I can't find it. So there is one in here, but I'm not 100% sure where it is. So similar to the TD35, I wouldn't call this packable, but it does flatten out pretty well in case you need to store it when it's not in use. If you need something truly packable, Bellroy also has the light duffel, and we'll talk about one that's ultra packable a little bit later. This is gonna run you about 200 to 230 depending on what size you go for. This is 40, there's also a 55 and a couple different colors, and it's backed by a 3-year warranty. So it's a great option if you want something simple but functional. The pocketing is great but not overwhelming. Ultra functional. The Venture Duffel. The word aspirational gets thrown around a lot these days, but go to the Bleu website and I guarantee you'll want to book a trip and go straight to the French countryside. This Zephir travel bag, when in hand, has that effect, but it's even stronger. At 30 liters, this Zephir is a smaller duffel. It's a perfect companion in your wanderlust. Pack simple, live simple, enjoy what you're doing. And just like the Carryology EVERGOODS Griffin series, this bag is made from wax canvas straight from Hallie Stevenson's in Scotland. With a brief look at the outside, we can all tell that this is a heritage masterpiece. On the front, there's a small leather band here with Bleu de Chauffe, made in France, with a little gold flake there. The carry handles are nice leather, rolled over with a little bit of padding in the middle. Our shoulder strap, adjustable and removable. Nice chunky, I believe brass hardware. Where the zipper is, there's even just a little bit of hidden blue in the fabric between the zipper and the outside edge. On the edges of the bag, there aren't a full grab handle, but they did add this little bit of leather underneath the shoulder strap clip-in area where you can get a hold of the bag and grab it. You can pull it out from somewhere. It just makes it a little more functional without having a full grab handle. Another neat feature about the carry handles here is the handle goes into a little pocket of leather, so that seam down there is kind of hidden and just keeping things nice and refined looking. On the back, there is one quick access pocket. It's kind of long and a little shallow. I just have bandana in there. But yeah, as far as exterior, this thing is glorious. You'll get compliments on it, you'll get some questions, and it's gonna patina beautifully over time. Bags by Bleu de Chauffe are handmade by artisans in France, not outsourced. So zipper wise, we got one zipper here, nice leather pull, goes down about halfway on the side, maybe a third. Then inside, I just got a few items: wool socks, underwear, rain jacket, a shoulder with a Leica Q and some tech, sunglasses, toiletries, some sort of health items here, and some clothes. folding down the front here so you can see this interior pocket. I believe most, if not all, of the Bleu de Chauffe bags come with this removable pocket or one similar. But it's just a basic pocket. I just have my wallet in here. But where this comes really useful for me is I can kind of throw all my EDC type items in here, things that I need accessible, toss this on the bedside table. And even if I'm just laying the items on here, it kind of keeps them from rolling away. It keeps them all in one place. And then when I need to go, pop them in here, pop them in the bag, and they remain accessible. Other than that, this is just another simple, functional duffel bag. It's 30 liters like I mentioned, so it'll get you a weekend, or if you're a really good, one bag style traveler, you might be able to live out of that thing for a month. Me, not so much. I end up bringing too much most of the time, but I'm working on it. Quick note, forgot that this band here is also a luggage pass-through. So if you're using this bag in addition to a roller, you have that functionality. Since this is secured with Velcro, it doesn't flop about or get loose like some luggage pass-throughs may. Now I like this Zephir bag because it's a smaller duffel, but Bleu de Chauffe does have a lot of options in the duffel category in their lineup. So if this isn't exactly what you're looking for, but you love the heritage aesthetic, take a look at what else they have. It's just a great simple duffel that has some really high quality heritage materials. It's gonna patina over time. You can pass this on to kids, grandkids. I think it'll serve you really well. The Zephir travel bag. This little black pouch here is our next duffel bag. It's the Refraction 25 liter packable duffel from Matador. It's for the collectors, it's for the gift givers, it's for those people that travel and can't seem to come home with the same amount that they left with. Matador has reached a nearly perfect balance between packability and durability. Some packable duffel bags are big, so they take up too much space. Some are nice and small and very packable, but the materials are a little too light, and it's not gonna give you a great peace of mind when you're storing your items, and especially if you're checking them in during travel. I'm gonna pop this main zipper here and start pulling out the Refraction duffel from Matador. So you basically just yank this sucker out of its little pocket here. That pocket turns into a little slip pocket on the outside. Give it a little shake. And now you have about 25 liters of extra space in case you have more stuff than when you left with. So let's see about what we can fit in here. We got a big thing of clothes, these Heim Planet pack cubes. Toss those in here. Say we picked up a vintage camera along the way. We got some nice sunglasses. We're not using our toiletries because we're on a flight, so we'll toss that in there. Got an extra rain jacket. Just showing you what it looks like full here. Some nice AquaGuard zips on the top. Shoulder strap is adjustable, not removable, and not padded, but you shouldn't need to carry this too much, so the lack of padding helps with the packability and isn't a big miss as far as when you're using it. On the front of the Refraction here, there is a nice mesh slip pocket right here. And then we have that pocket I showed you earlier, which is what the bag actually packs into. Two grab handles to hold on to. It's some kind of heat shrink, it feels like. The bag itself is sustainable. It's built from recycled nylon. It's Blue Sign approved, PFC free, all that good stuff. The AquaGuard zips go both ways, and there's also little tabs you can lock the zipper to or just use to help you move the zippers across the bag. Go ahead and pop the stuff out. Got clothes, rain jacket, toiletries, book, sunglasses, little vintage camera here. It's versatile too. If you don't want to put it into its pouch and have it take up space, you can lay it flat. If you're using a roll-in suitcase, some of the liners in there will unzip, and you can hide this behind the liner itself, making it just out of sight, out of mind in case you actually need it. This is a perfect just in case kind of bag. And just like that, we go from a 25 liter duffel bag back to just a small little pouch that'll fit in a slip pocket inside of your bag. These are great. If you need versatility, grab one, keep it around. At only $50, this is kind of a no-brainer to have if you're the type of person that might use one. I keep one around at all times. I'm also a fan of a packable tote or a packable backpack, but this is great because if you really need to, you could check this in, throw it underneath the plane, and it'll get your stuff home safe. Good work, Matador. Now, Peak Design is not reinventing the wheel when it comes to a duffel bag design, but they are definitely improving it. This travel duffel from Peak Design is 65 liters. It's got upgraded materials, great design, and some added functionality that's bringing a classic duffel design into the modern day, all while keeping it budget friendly. So let's take a look. The majority of the exterior and upper here is a 600D 100% recycled and weatherproof nylon canvas. On the bottom and coming up to some of these pockets, there's a 900D totally waterproof liner to keep your content safe and dry if you have to set it down or if you're in some inclement weather. We have a removable and adjustable shoulder strap here with some nice padding to keep you comfortable while you're carrying. There's also a grab handles with a leather kind of gripper here. And right away, we're getting into some of that added functionality I talked about. So each of the handles and the shoulder strap are removable on this bag. Once these are off, you can move them to all these different attachment points on the bag. You can use these as little backpack straps. You can switch the carry of the shoulder strap to be a crossbody. There's a lot you can do with it and you can really make it your own. On each end of the travel duffel, there are some nice padded grab handles. On each side, there are pockets. These don't open all the way, but I'll get a close up. I got a first aid kit in here. I got my low tech power solution here for getting behind those hotel furniture. See that? Got some batteries in the storage cell, and that's it. There's 2 slip pockets on this side. They are this nice kind of laser cut, I believe, mesh. Also on the front of this main pocket, there is a nice little slip pocket where you could put documents if you need to. You could put your passport if you know you're going from the plane to customs and you need that quick access but don't want to have it in your hand. We'll flip this around. The other side, we have a similar pocket. That front long slip pocket. I have this, my lovely little Tom Bin travel tray. You can set this on your bedside table, throw all your items in there so they don't go missing or rolling off. And then if you're in a hurry and you need to head out, you got them all in one place and you can just throw it in a bag. So I love having that around. Up in the bigger pocket, this side has 3 of those mesh slip pockets, whereas the other had 2. Got just a notebook, headlamp, and a multi-tool just in case. One quick note, Peak Design didn't spare any expense when it comes to details. This hardware on here is nice metal with a little debossed logo on there. Hypalon pull tabs in different places. The zips have the Hypalon tabs. The zipper itself is branded. They know how to keep things premium. These Hypalon pull tabs do have a lockable function where you can flip the pull tab through one zipper and kind of roll it back on itself here. It's not bomb-proof, but it will deter someone if they're trying to just slip into your bag. Getting into the main area, kind of show you and then pull stuff out. It's just a big duffel bag. We got clothes. We got Rafmia shoulder bag with camera and a little bit of tech. Full tech kit here, clothes, rain jacket, socks and underwear and an additional shirt, toiletries, and a nice little Tom Bin pouch full of some just health items. On the inside here, we got 2 pockets. It's that same kind of laser cut looking mesh. Got just a bandana in here. And a dirty clothes bag in case you need it. One is not included with this duffel, so I like to have one of those. And other than that, it's just a nice, lightly padded duffel bag. You can fit a ton of stuff in here. It's 65 liters. There are little connectors in here. If you're already into the Peak Design ecosystem, you have camera cubes. There's attachment points in each corner of the bag. It's just a nice big bag. You can stuff everything you and a family need if you guys are going on a big trip. I've found a lot of use with this bag as kind of a road trip duffel. If I need this much space on a flight, I'll probably go roller case. I have a big kind of trunk that I would use if I needed this much. but I find it a little clunky on a road trip, whereas a duffel I think really works from getting from the car to the hotel or car to Airbnb. It's nice. Like some of the other bags in this list, I wouldn't call it packable, but it does get really flat, so it's not gonna take up a ton of space in your closet or in storage, which is a benefit if you're not using it all the time. The travel duffel also comes in a 35 liter, that'll be about $140, whereas this 65 liter version is gonna cost you about $170, which, given the functionality, the quality of the materials, like I said earlier, is, I believe, a great deal. Good work, Peak Design. You never cease to amaze us. AER here has made every single list I've written. If there's a carry category out there, you can bet that AER has made a great contribution to it. The Travel Weekender here absolutely nails the needs of a digital nomad duffel. It's got a rugged exterior, a roomy interior, and a host of well thought out pocketing for your tech needs. If you're looking for a one bag business trip solution, this Travel Weekender might just be it. AER keeps it consistent with the 1680D ballistic nylon that you see on pretty much every bag they make. You'll see a few special editions afterwards, but they usually start each product launch with the ballistic nylon in black. As far as carry goes for this bag, we got grab handles with a closure here, a button closure. The handles themselves are not padded, they're just folded over nylon. But when you add this little gripper in here, it makes it a nice, comfortable carry. Other than that, we got an adjustable and removable shoulder strap. It's got a bit of 3D kind of padding here with some air ventilation. This is probably the comfort winner in this video as far as shoulder straps go. This is probably the most padded. I think the Filson one is also great, but this one's top notch. On the back side here of the bag, this is what would be up against your body if you're carrying it. There is a luggage pass through, so if you're using this in addition to a roller bag, you can utilize that. Or if you're traveling with a friend or a coworker and they have a roller, you can be like, oh, my shoulder, and then use their bag to roll your stuff. Think smarter, not harder. There is also a quick access pocket right here on the top. It's just a nice small pocket, perfect for a passport or a wallet. Since that bag is gonna be up against your side, it'll be a little bit more secure than anything on the front. Inside, I got my field notes. At the top of the back, we have an AquaGuard sealed zipper that's gonna lead you to a laptop sleeve. Fits a 16-inch MacBook. This is a nice padded laptop sleeve. Again, if you're familiar with AER, this is that nice foamy padding that's in all of their bags, all of their tech sleeves at least. On the front, there is a slip pocket. We got a little pull tab. In here, I just have a Tom Bin pouch with some hydration salts, emergency, and athletic greens. And then we get into the main tech pocketing area. So I'm gonna fold this down here. If you own any AER products or you're familiar with some of the products that we've gone over in our videos, this pocketing will be pretty familiar to you. In here, I have my lo-fi extension cord. There's a slip pocket here where I keep a little first aid pouch. In the back, I got a hard drive and cable and a bandana in here as well. On this side, there is a mesh pocket, perfect for AirPods. We have a key leash that's not just a basic key leash, it's got a magnetic fidlock style attachment here, so you can pull that out. And when you're ready to put it back in the bag, pop it back in. Just a little added versatility that I'm a fan of. On this side, I got a bandana in this slip pocket. And then there's one more zippered pocket here where I have my wallet. That covers it for this kind of tech pocket area. There's some extra dimension in here if you need to throw a rain jacket or something like that. But if you're not a big pouch person that has your tech pre-organized, this is gonna be a great solution. Zippers have the nice Duraflex hardware that we're familiar with. All right, diving into the main area. Got some toiletries. Got a bunch of clothes. And a Rothman shoulder bag with a Leica Q and a little bit of tech in there. And other than that, there's one more pocket in here where I got a fun little camera. The interior shape, the way the volume kind of lays out in this bag is similar to the TD35. It's slightly narrow and kind of tall, but it helps keep the structure of the bag. And other than that, there's one more pocket in here where I got a fun little camera. The way the main volume is kind of laid out is similar to the TD35. It's sort of narrow and tall, which I prefer. It works better with cubes and pouches than kind of just the barrel-shaped duffel, where you kind of end up losing some space because of the way it's shaped. So I think this is really beneficial if you're the type of person that uses packing cubes or you have a very specific loadout, and this fits your loadout. At $190 USD, this is gonna be a great bag for digital nomad, business traveler. Like I said, if you're not a pouch person, the organization built in is gonna kind of solve some of that tech organization problem for you. And I think it's just a great deal. If you like the AER aesthetic, but this bag isn't exactly what you want, they also have a Go duffel and a Gem duffel. So feel free to check them out. They probably have something you're gonna love. Some of the other bags in this list have special features, ultra luxury finishes, and things that set them apart. And that's awesome, but it's not for everyone. The Vardag from Fjällräven is everything that a duffel bag should be and nothing that it shouldn't. It's a quintessential travel bag that won't break the bank. This is a classic barrel-shaped duffel bag. It's minimal, but it's really functional. It does what it needs to and nothing extra. On the top, we got an adjustable shoulder strap. It's nylon, it's not padded, but it is removable if you need it to be. We got 2 carry handles that are folded over nylon. Again, not padded, saving you a few bucks, leaving you with a little less comfort, but no big deal. This is made of a G1000 fabric that Fjällräven is known for. I mentioned minimal. On the front, we just got a nice little logo. On the back is the one quick access pocket. It's nice because it's resting up against your body, so no one can wiggle their way in there unless they're really trying. It's a small pocket. Got a key, some AirPods. We got some number 8 zips here, and we'll dig into the contents. Got my trusty Tom Bin travel tray here. Got a rain jacket because Fjällräven means adventure. Adventure means maybe some rain. Got tech. Toiletries by the Brown Buffalo here, and socks and underwear, and clothes, all in Heim Planet packing cubes. On the back wall, opposite the quick access pocket, is the one internal pocket. It's a mesh, little zipper, got my bandana, and a wallet. Other than that quick access pocket and this internal mesh pocket, we're just looking at an open duffel. It's open space, you can organize as you see fit. There's many uses for this bag. I think it's gonna last a really long time, and at $50, there's no reason not to check it out. The ultimate overnighter from DEFY is doing double duty today. It was on my gym bag list, but first and foremost, it is a duffel. It works just as well putting it into a locker as it does pulling it out of an overhead bin on an airplane. And this is for people who are pretty tough with their stuff. It's a 1050D water repellent ballistic nylon. The grab handles here are seatbelt material. They wrap all the way around for a little bit of added structure. On each end, there is folded over seatbelt material grab handle so you can yank it and pull it and do whatever you need to with it. The shoulder strap is also that seatbelt material. It's adjustable and removable, but it's not padded. DEFY did send this with their Mr. Gripper accessory, which just makes keeping the grab handles together a little bit easier. It also adds a little bit of comfort when carrying. It's like a little bit of padding. So if you're looking at this bag, I would grab this as well. Ask them to sew it on for you. Again, with the durability, we got AquaGuard sealed quick access, AquaGuard sealed main access. Here in the front, we got a bandana and a little pouch full of some athletic greens and hydration salts again. This is lined with that EcoPack EPX 200, bright orange, kind of blaze orange, some Carryology friendly aesthetics in here. And then we'll get into the main area. And bam, we got more EcoPack in here. Rain jacket. We got a bunch of clothes. We got a little first aid kit. It's got a nice combo of stuff in here. I always add a little bit of extra over-the-counter medication because that's what I use the most. Toiletries. This is a big Brown Buffalo pencil case. I like using this because I don't need a ton of stuff, but if I use a full-size wash pouch or DOP kit, I fill it up with stuff that I never use. So this forces me to keep it kind of minimal. Raffmia shoulder bag, sort of used as a camera cube. Got the Leica in there and a couple other tech items. And then some socks and underwear. On this side, opposite the quick access pocket, there is one interior zippered pocket. In here, we got a wallet, some AirPods, can't live without those. 35 liters could be a weekend for you, or it could be a month, depending on how you pack. Just like most of the other bags on this list, it's just an open space. You can organize it as you see fit. You can do packing cubes, you can throw gear in here, gym gear, camera gear, climbing gear if you're into that. This is just a super versatile design. It's gonna run you about $270. If you're the type who's tough on your stuff and you want something that's gonna last, especially if you're a fan of the Eco Pack Black combo here, the Ultimate Overnighter from DEFY is gonna be a great option for you. Finally, we have the most unique, or rather mission-specific bag on this list, the Filson Medium Dry Duffel. Now, Filson has a lot of gorgeous, legendary travel bags in their canon, but if you need a dry bag, you need a dry bag, and this one is gonna be a great option. The exterior of the bag is a TPU coated 840D nylon. It's abrasion resistant. It remains pretty flexible for what it is, and when sealed correctly, most importantly, it can be completely waterproof. The medium dry duffel is listed as 65 liters. Although if you're rolling it 3 times to get that watertight seal, I think you lose a little bit of that volume. But if you don't need it waterproof, it's gigantic. And I love that about it because it's pretty versatile. Before we go further, let's check out the carry options here. Nylon webbing handles with a neoprene Velcro closure for a little extra comfort. One interesting thing is not only does this webbing go all the way around, but you can move it if you need to adjust for comfort, which is not something seen on any other bag in this list. There is a nice adjustable shoulder strap here, that same thick nylon webbing, and they did add a neoprene type padding here, the nice little Filson logo on there. To maintain the durability of the bag, instead of attaching the webbing to the main compartment itself, they have RF welded these little panels that allow the webbing to connect without compromising the main compartment or the main structure of the bag. No quick access stuff on the outside. This is a no frills, well-made dry bag. We have a huge buckle here. One buckle on this side. One buckle on this side. And then the bag opens up, kind of like a lunch bag or like a sandwich bag. This seam up top is sealed by Velcro, and the way to do the watertight seal is you turn it over 3 times. You cinch down those sides as tight as you can, and then you trust Filson that they know what they're doing. Inside of this thing is just a big open pocket. Nothing special in here except for a little bit of branding. I got some tech in here, a dirty clothes, because if we're needing a dry bag, we're probably gonna have some bathing suits. Camera pod from Hyperlite with a camera inside. Toiletries. Rain jacket, given the nature of the bag here, and just some clothes. Doubling back on that idea about volume, I'm thinking maybe it is 65 liters when tightened down. And then this way, it's gotta be just, I mean, it's huge. You could fit everything you need for a damn year in here. This dry bag is gonna run you $250. Filson does a great job with this. If a dry bag isn't what you need, but you're not familiar with Filson, I'd highly encourage you to go check out all their offerings. They have some beautiful bags using some great materials. If you're going down the river, check out the Filson Medium Dry Duffel. So it's been a bit of a long one. We started, it was light out, now it's dark out, but thanks for talking about duffel bags with me. I appreciate your time. If we forgot any duffel bags that you love, or you have any awesome carry solutions related to what we talked about today, throw them down in the comments. Hit us with a like if you can, hit us with a subscribe, ring the bell icon so that you know when we're sending out new content so we can all find better ways to carry together. Thanks for your time. My name is Richard Edens. Y'all have a good one.